A Florida woman stabbed her boyfriend after he refused to eat her cooking. A Florida jewelry thief swallowed over $700,000 worth of earrings. A Florida man called 911 asking for help to assassinate Mr. Trump. And Miami-Dade County officials want to rename the roads after hit songs. These are the weird stories on Friday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast. And on Friday, I only do weird news from Florida. That is right. My friends, it's Florida Friday on Weird AF News. A Florida woman is arrested for stabbing her boyfriend after he refused to eat her cooking. Some people just don't appreciate a nice, warm, home-cooked meal. I tell you, I would love one. I miss them. I miss my mama's cooking. We have here a Florida woman in Coral Springs. Sounds like a lovely place. Probably a lot of coral there. A lot of stabbings there, too. A woman was arrested, charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon after she stabbed her boyfriend for refusing to eat her cooking. I can't wait to find out what it was she made. The police responded to reports of a scene going on. It was Northwest 35th Street. You guys know the place in Coral Springs, Northwest 35th Street. We've all been there. Upon arrival, they discovered the suspect, Nativita. What is this? Nativita? It's like... Isn't this a yogurt? Nativita. I thought that was a brand of yogurt. Nativita. Nativita? August. 43-year-old lady. She's just living her life, trying to get her man to eat her cooking. She attempted to hide in the bushes of a neighboring building, apparently, is what happened after the stabbing. Nativita was on the run. Nativita on the run. According to the report, officers met with the victim. Oh, the poor guy. He informed them that an argument began between him and Nativita, his girlfriend, over his reluctance to eat her cooking. According to the victim, the disagreement escalated when Nativita allegedly slapped him while he was sitting in the living room. The altercation then moved into the kitchen, where good things happen because that's where stabby things are located. It says the victim confronted Nativita about the slappity-slap that took place in the living room, and that was when she grabbed an 8-inch kitchen knife from the counter and slashed at him. In an attempt to defend himself, the victim claims he raised his arms and sustained a 2-inch laceration on his left forearm. Don't you just hate 2-inch lacerations from steak knives? Those things stink. Still probably better than Nativita's cooking, though, I'm going to guess. At the moment the victim was stabbed, it says... the victim was slashed, not stabbed, but okay. We should probably get our verbs right. There was a witness there who called 911. This all happened in front of a witness, probably another family member that was very afraid that the meal was about to be served. Realizing that law enforcement had been contacted, Nativita, I keep changing her name because I just don't know how you say it. She fled the apartment and was later found hiding near her residence on Woodside Drive. Yes, in the bushes, we heard. Officers took her into custody, and the victim was transported to a place where he received stitches before being released. Going to be okay. And being that it's difficult to find love in Florida, I'm sure they're going to try and make it work. You know, I don't know how you move on for a kitchen steak knife slashing, but they're going to give it a go. Of course, there'll be a lot of Postmates in their future. Getting deliveries is going to be the thing. I don't know about this home cooking. What did she cook? There's no mention, and it's almost like you can't really fully judge. Like, you know, maybe it was a delicious meal, and this man shouldn't have refused to eat it. What if she used like 3 eggs in the meal? I mean, can you imagine what that would cost to use 3 eggs in the meal right now, and then he refused to eat? That would make me angry, too. Anywho, I heard Nativita's dessert is to die for, ladies and gentlemen. A Florida man posing as an NBA player swallows $769,000 in stolen Tiffany jewelry. What a strange title. Sounds like a Mad Lib. A Florida man pretending to represent a professional basketball player swallowed hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stolen jewelry, according to court documents. His name is Jathan Gilder, age 32. He robbed a Tiffany & Company jewelry store in a mall in Orlando, Florida. And he ate the jewelry. I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? Said, can I see some earrings? I'm hungry. All right, enough of that, I think. Gilder allegedly entered the store, Tiffany's, wearing a red hat, a red Polo brand shirt, and very ripped blue jeans. He told the store staff that his name was Sean and he was negotiating a sale on behalf of an NBA player on the Orlando Magic basketball team. Okay, so he didn't say he was an NBA basketball player. He said he's negotiating on behalf of an NBA basketball player, which is what you would say if you're only 5'8", but you still want to rep the NBA in your jewelry store heist. Gilder was brought into the store's VIP room at Tiffany's. Ooh, imagine the VIP room at Tiffany's. Never been in there, never will. He was brought in there because of the value of the jewelry involved in the transaction. Yes, show me your wares. Show me your wares. I want to see the good stuff. I want to see only the good stuff, the shiny stuff. I want to see the stuff that makes my balls tingle. Okay, it says once in the VIP room where it goes down, as you know. This Florida man checked out some diamond earrings and a diamond ring. The pair of earrings were valued at $160,000 and $609,000, and the ring was valued at about $587,000, according to the staff. It's a lot of ducats. During the consultation in the VIP room, Florida man Gilder allegedly jumped out of his seat and grabbed the merchandise. He was trying to make a getaway, I say. He then allegedly attempted to leave the VIP room by violently pushing and pulling at the sliding doors. I'm going to guess you can't open those doors once you're in there, right? There's probably some sort of lock. Store associate named Emmett tried to stop Gilder, according to court documents. You go, Emmett. Risking your life for nothing. Risking your life to to save some shiny baubles that you don't even own. But good job, Emmett. It says the Florida man violently pushed and pulled the arms of Emmett. Poor Emmett. Police said there was visible injuries on Emmett's arms as well. During the scuffle, the diamond ring was dropped. The Florida man was able to keep possession of the earrings, though, and get the doors open enough to escape, according to the police. He then ran through the store, dodged other staff members. One store employee told police that she feared Gilder had a gun. He left through the store's front doors and left the mall, police say. I feel like there should be some action music as I read this. A man matching Gilder's description was seen on the mall parking lot security cameras getting into a blue 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander. They were able to follow the car through public safety cameras and toll records. You think you're getting away these days. You're not getting away. Florida Highway Patrol was notified on the vehicle's make, model, and license plate number. Shortly before 8 p.m., the Highway Patrol pulled over a car matching that description for a traffic violation. And you're surely not getting away if you also help them. Florida men are so dumb. So dumb. Let's get in the getaway car, and then let's get a speeding ticket on the way to the safe house while we're at it. Bright individuals. It says the police were able to identify the driver as Florida man Gilder, who had just robbed Tiffany's. Earring forms and price tags from Tiffany and Company were found on the floor of the vehicle. Yeah, because you don't want to, throw that in a swamp. As he was being taken into custody, Gilder allegedly swallowed several items. The Highway Patrol officers transporting him to the jail heard him allegedly say, "I should have thrown him out the window." I should have thrown him out the window. Swallows them. What are they worth now? Do you get them at a discount post Florida man colon journey? This Florida man's going to have one luxurious, shiny bowel movement. And by that I mean a terribly painful bowel movement. Now, Florida man was taken to the county jail where a live scan showed several foreign objects inside his stomach. Police suspect the items are the Tiffany earrings that he left the store with. The two pairs have a combined value of $769,500. Cool, bro. Do a chandelier next.
Your data is like gold to hackers. They're selling your passwords, bank details, and private messages. McAfee helps stop them. Secure VPN keeps your online activity private. AI-powered text scam detector spots phishing attempts instantly. And with award-winning antivirus, you get top-tier hacker protection. Plus, you'll get up to $2 million in identity theft coverage, all for just $39.99 for your first year. Visit McAfee.com. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
A Florida man calls 911 asking for help to assassinate Trump. Well, the first step to wellness is admitting that you're in need of help. This Florida man's just trying to get himself straight here. A man in Florida has been arrested after threatening to assassinate President Donald Trump while calling 911. His name is Justin. He's 34 years old. He's accused of making a threat to discharge a destructive device. Ooh, I think that means set off a bomb of some sort. He's also accused of filing a false report of a bomb and making false 911 calls, according to the booking records from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Trump survived an assassination attempt. Trump survived assassination attempts, as you know, from pork chops and applesauce. And now the details on this case are as follows. The deputies arrived at a home after Justin called 911 multiple times. During one call, he allegedly asked for a ride to an airport so that he could travel to the White House to assassinate Trump. I don't think Justin understands how 911 works. This has got to be the worst assassin in history. Haven't you even played video games, kid? Okay, so he asked for a ride to the airport. First of all, 911 doesn't give you a ride anywhere. Never mind the airport. 911 doesn't come up big like that. And it certainly doesn't give you a ride so you can fly to kill someone. So I don't know where this guy, Justin, he's 32 years old. I mean, it's not like this is a 4-year-old. Now, Justin also told 911 that he had hacked into a missile system and would launch them to destroy New York City. He added that his missiles were, quote, attracted to Trump Tower in New York. Yeah, I wonder what's going through the 911 operator's mind at this point, right? Although they probably get crazy calls like this all the time. Anyone ever work for a 911 service that listens to this? I'd love to hear some of your crazy stories. Okay, so it says Justin is from, I've never seen this city in Florida before. It's the first time. Loxahatchee, Florida. Loxahatchee. It's got locks in it, L-O-X, you know. We all enjoy locks. Alligator locks. Loxahatchee, Florida. Justin has a history of mental health. Oh, yeah, okay. This guy's got a history of mental health issues, of course. He's made 911 calls to issue threats and complaints since 2019, apparently. Wow, this guy got a real problem. He needs help. He needs a professional. He probably needs some pills. This guy's not okay. The deputies made a wellness check at Justin's home but were unable to locate him. They later contacted him by phone, where he allegedly stated that the police should, quote, send Trump to his house or he was going to kill his sons. Justin was eventually arrested and taken to the Palm Beach County Jail. They interviewed a former Secret Service agent who had this to say: a good percentage of the people that make threats have some level of mental illness, or they're experiencing some type of mental breakdown. Or they're a Florida man, calling 911 every day that he can, making some threats, hiding in bushes. Miami officials want to rename the roads after hit songs. This is like the most Miami thing I've ever seen. Over the years, officials across Miami-Dade County have renamed a handful of roads across the municipality. You might recall the time that commissioners voted to rename a portion of Northwest 22nd Avenue in Liberty City Moonlight Way after the Oscar-winning film, or when county leaders decided to rename a 4-mile stretch of Palm Avenue as President Donald J. Trump Avenue. Well, it's almost as like the commissioners and local politicians have no problems to solve whatsoever. Don't they have problems? I thought you had problems over there. Isn't there home insurance problems? Public transportation issues? The cost of eggs issues? And, of course, that whole, Floridaman debacle that's been going on for a number of decades. Okay, it says here, thanks to the Miami-Dade County Commissioners, you may soon find yourself driving down Grind With Me Terrace or Big Money Baller Street. They want to name these streets after songs. Sounds like an awesome way to end up with no street signs after a week. Obviously people are going to steal these. Stupid idea. It would be funny for about a week, though. Imagine being able to tell your friends that you live on the corner of I Like Big Butts Way and Me So Horny Avenue. Imagine being able to tell people, hey, if you ever come to Miami, I recommend Terry's Fried Chicken on Cheeseburger in Paradise Boulevard. Okay, let's keep reading and find out if this is actually going to happen. Also, I want to know how much cocaine these commissioners in Miami are doing before making decisions like this. We have the major sponsor is Commissioner Keon Hardeman. He plans to honor native-born music artists who have used their platforms to uplift communities, mentor aspiring artists, and represent Miami-Dade County on a global stage. He wants to name several roads with their hit songs. The list includes Trick Daddy, Trina, Florida, Luther Uncle Luke Campbell, JT Money, Rick Ross, Pitbull, DJ Khaled, and City Girls. Sadly, your host isn't familiar with all of these artists. But then again, I'm not a real Miami type of guy. Now, there's even some specific street names that they wanted to change. 69th Street would be known as Trenches Street, 69th Terrace as Peace in the Hood Street, 63rd Street as Act Up Street. I don't think you want your street called Act Up Street. 70th Street, they want to change to Run the Yard Street. 68th Street, Big Money Baller Street. 68th Terrace, We the Best. We the Best. DJ Khaled, We the Best Street. 69th Street Northwest as Still the Baddest Street. 65th Street, Post and Delete Street. I guess these are all names of songs. There's more. 66th Street, Chase Dis Money Street. 67th, Born and Raised Street. 63rd Street, I Love My Dog Street. I Deserve It All Street. Closer to My Dream Street. Tunnel Vision Street. Wow, it keeps going. It's Your Birthday Street. Oh, that's a cool one. Poor Little Rich Girl Street. Welcome to the MIA Terrace. My House Street. That's going to be confusing for people. Pick me up. Where? My house. Where's your house? It's on my house. It's my house street. Okay. Lum Lum Street. What's My Name Street. Soul Ties Street. No Pain, No Gain Street. No, that's it. This is outrageous. Really. You would think that local bureaucrats would have something better to do with their lives and time. I mean, it's just so embarrassing. It's like this all over the country, though, really. It's not just Florida bureaucrats. I mean, in general, just being an American citizen, it's like politicians are giving it to us as though we lived on face down, ass up street. That was a good joke. Well, they're going to be voting on this, and hard to imagine that this is going to be voted on very seriously at some city hall type of building. I wish I could be there for it. All right, if they can't approve of these Florida street names, I came up with some. Electric Avenue. Taking it to the street. That's probably my favorite one. Taking it to the street. The Long and Winding Road. Why don't we do it in the road? Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Penny Lane. The end of the road. And my favorite, Highway to Hell. Highway.
When you check out at the pharmacy, you see the journey from idea to medicine, thanks to our intellectual property system, or IP for short. IP safeguards inventions, like a new way to prevent seizures or lower cholesterol. And IP supports competition from other brands, then lower cost generics, which are 90% of prescriptions filled in the US. Innovation, competition, lower costs, thanks to IP. Learn more at phrma.org/IP Works Wonders.
I'm going down. Hi, my friends. What's going on? Thanks for spending some time with your buddy Jonesy in this Florida Friday episode. And I want to thank my listeners that participated by, sending me Florida stories the past few days. Very, very helpful. Appreciate that. My email is funnyjones@gmail.com. You can send me stories for any day of the week if you'd like. It's totally fine. You can also go into my DMs there. It's called Sliding. And I'm at Funny Jones over there on the gram. I want to give thanks and praise to Darcy Yo, who bought me some coffees off my website, weirdafnews.com. Lovely place to visit. I recommend you hanging out at weirdafnews.com because you can do some things over there. You really can. Like buy me some coffees, join the Patreon. These are just many ways in which you can support the show because you're rich. Right? I know that. I mean, how many eggs did you eat today? I know you're wealthy, so send Jonesy some egg money. Darcy did. Darcy bought me 5 coffees. Look at that. Darcy's rolling in egg money. Darcy wrote, well, it's about time I support your caffeine habit, as I've been listening for free for far too long, Jonesy. Please note, this $15 USD will cost me about 86 Canadian pre-tariff. Darcy's got a very funny sense of humor. I enjoy that. Darcy says, lastly, keep it weird. It seems to just be getting weirder every day. Love Darcy. Isn't that sweet? Very, very nice. We appreciate Darcy. She's supportive and showing her support by buying me coffee and making me feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside with her words. So we love that. Okay, I'm going to end this soon because it's coming up on 20 minutes. That's about long enough for a podcast episode. I'm not like these other guys that do 3-hour shows. You're welcome. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Weird AF News is available on all podcast players. Check out the website, weirdafnews.com, and have yourself a great weekend, my lovely, lovely listening friends.